Hello, this is tech support. We need your help to fix a problem with your account. Can you help us out today? Okay, great. What's your password? Hi, I'm from corporate. Today I'm just doing a security assessment, and I need you to check out a few things for me. I'm here to fix the heating in the data center. See the logo on my polo shirt? Hold the door, please. I forgot my badge. How about an employee who finds a flash drive in the parking lot with a label that reads, Corporate Finances, Top Secret Information, or something enticing like that? The employee will then plug it into a company machine and start spreading malware across all corporate devices, maybe even ransomware. These are all scary examples of the only threat to cybersecurity that doesn't involve any technology. Social engineering involves preying on humans who are gullible and naive and will always be the weakest link in any cybersecurity system. Social engineering has been described as the art and science of getting people to comply to your wishes, and an outside hacker's use of psychological tricks on legitimate users of a computer system. In order to obtain information, he needs to gain access to the system. Social engineering is when a hacker tricks someone into doing something they normally wouldn't and shouldn't do from a cybersecurity perspective. You can patch a computer, but you can't patch people. You can teach them, but they forget and make mistakes. As computer vulnerabilities get harder to exploit, people become the most obvious target. Skilled social engineers fool victims with their body language, body posture, gestures, facial expressions, eye movements, voice sounds, inflection, size, word choices, context, and framework. I really need you to help me right now. Time is of the essence. This is Bob Jones. We met last year at the company picnic. You know me. Alice told me that you're a great worker, willing to help out whenever you can. If you don't give me the information, I'm going to complain to your manager. I'm actually the one who signs your checks. You don't want me on your bad side. Actually, the other guy in the office did this for me last week. Using social engineering, hackers can commit fraud, network intrusion, industrial espionage, identity theft, and simply disrupt systems and networks. Potential targets include telephone companies, answering services, big-name corporations, financial institutions, military and governmental agencies, hospitals, and even you. The process starts with information gathering. Social engineers do their homework to figure out what the victims like and don't like. They find any potential weaknesses and vulnerabilities of the victims that can be exploited. Public information online is a great resource. In certain cases, companies don't even realize how much public-facing information can be used against them in a social engineering attack. Names of employees, titles, phone numbers, and more are waiting to be gleaned. Dumpster diving is another technique used during this information gathering step. Yes, attackers will dive into corporate dumpsters and trash cans looking for any information that can be used. They're not really looking for passwords that were written down and thrown out. In fact, phone directories, calendars, company memos, and more can prove to be even more valuable. What if an invoice from an HVAC company or a computer contractor was found in the trash? All the attackers need to do is make a knockoff polo shirt with a logo and wait for employees to welcome them back. The next step is exploitation. Social engineers develop relationships, rapport, trust, and credibility from their victims. Alternatively, they threaten, intimidate, impersonate, use scare tactics, and make things seem very urgent. In this step, the attackers get what they want by any means necessary. Why is social engineering so effective? People want to help others. People don't want to get in the way, especially if you have a clipboard. Just look and act like you belong there. People don't like conflict. People don't like to question authority. And for the users who give out usernames, passwords, or other information to participate in some random survey for gifts in return, people like free stuff. That chocolate bar could prove to be very expensive in the long run, though. Mitigation of social engineering involves teaching users right from wrong. Make them read policies and test them to make sure that they follow them. Throwing legitimate rewards and incentives their way is not a bad idea either.